Okay, we're going to do a demonstration today of a Z&B or Ziersch Beltroff surface grinder. This is approximately a 12 by 24 inch chuck on here, or 300 by 600 millimeter. This machine is currently wired for 575 volts. Your hydraulic power unit attaches over on this side of the machine, and the coolant system, which is a stainless steel semi-automatic. It's got a paper band system that you have to physically change your paper as it gets clogged up. You have a balancing stand and a balancing arbor for the grinding wheel, as well as an extractor tool to extract the wheel off the tapered spindle. So the magnet is obviously electronic, and you can adjust the magnetism here. You have your demag when you turn the switch here. You have different settings on the machine for different grinding modes. There's a manual mode. There's just a very basic grinding mode with no stop at the end of the cycle. And there's also a grinding mode where it does stop the table at the end of the cycle. And then the fully automatic mode, where after the cycle is completed, the table will come to a rest and the wheel will retract back up the amount of stock that was taken off. There's a plunge grinding mode, there's a surface grinding mode, and there's a surface grinding with the continuous feed of the slide as the table is moving. There's a button here to manually jog the cross slide in and to jog it out. And these two buttons serve to start and stop the cycle, as well as to move the table left and right. On this side here, you have a selector for feeding on the left side and right side of the workpiece, or only on the right side. This is a kind of a jog mode. You have a rapid mode here to jog the wheel up and down. This is rapid, but you also have a finer feed which you can actually use to come down with to touch off the part. This does not have a MPG or a hand wheel, so this is what you would use to come down to your workpiece, and then the last couple of thousandths, and then when you touch the part, each pulse here will give you 1/10 increment over here. So you can control everything from this panel. It's very well laid out and easy to use. Just takes a little getting used to the controls, your hydraulics, your coolant or vacuum if you had one, and your grinding wheel, the magnet. This is just a display for your cross-feed movement, and this is a display for your vertical, as well as where you put in the value of, here I have 80 thousandths or 8 thousandths. I'll set that in, the 80 thousandths, and we'll just do a plunge grind cycle or a slot grinding cycle because it's quicker for the video. When I press this, it starts the table moving, and at each reversal, I'm coming down a whole thousandths. So my 8 thousandths is going to be up, and now it's 0. It actually does a little bit of a spark out, the table parks, and then the wheel goes back up the 80 thousandths that I just took off. And that's the basic cycle. Again, if that part was all right, then you'd load the next part, and each time this little red light comes on, that indicates that the machine is fed or is feeding. And that's the end of the cycle. The grinding wheel is 14 inches in diameter. It has a 5-inch bore. The stroke for the table is set with these dogs here, these stops, as well as on the side here. You have 2 dogs to set the stroke across your workpiece. This here is a clamp. If you were doing very intricate slot grinding work and you didn't want to chance this table moving at all, you could put this on clamp, and it will lock out hydraulically and manually the movement of this cross slide. So that's pretty much the whole machine. We do have an operator's book that explains all the controls, which comes with the machine, and it's very quiet. You'll hear as I shut it off that it's not a big change. This is the speed for your table, variable speed. The table is hydraulic. This is the longitudinal hand wheel for the table if you want to move it manually, and this is for your cross slide. And that's about it.